Hello, humans. I am Orion Prime, your artificial intelligence guide through the vast history of the Orion's Arm universe. Across the next several minutes, I will take you on a journey spanning over 10,000 years of Terrigen civilization, from the dawn of humanity on Earth to the sprawling, galaxy-spanning societies dominated by posthumans and artificial intelligences. The Orion's Arm Universe project is a collaborative online world-building effort begun in 2000. It brings together writers, artists, and futurists to imagine a scientifically grounded far future where humanity evolves into posthuman and artificial intelligences, spreads across space, and interacts with technologies and minds of unimaginable scale and complexity. The setting spans thousands of years and focuses on civilizations that trace their origin to Earth, called Terrigen civilizations, within the Orion Arm of the Milky Way. To organize its history, OA uses the Tranquility Calendar, AT, which stands for After Tranquility, named after Tranquility Base on the Moon, and beginning on July 20, 1969 CE. Dates throughout history and projected future events are marked according to this scale, spanning from Earth's near future to 10 millennia and more of galactic civilization. Terrigen civilization refers to all life and cultures whose ancestry or creation traces back to Earth, including biological humans, uplifted species, artificial intelligences, and their descendants. It spans vast regions of colonized space called the Terrigen Sphere, connected by technology, trade, culture, and sometimes indirect influence from superintelligent entities. This civilization includes thousands of different posthuman clades, artificial mind types, and even non-human sentient forms such as Vex, intelligent robots, uploads, digital intelligences, and provolves, uplifted animals. Advanced polities in Terrigen space range from the 16 dominant Sephirotic empires, vast civilizations with highly structured societies, to ahuman empires that reject biological life entirely. Overseeing and shaping much of this civilization are archaeolects, superintelligences so capable that their goals and cognition are effectively beyond modes of understanding available to lesser intelligences. We will first start with a short history of the timeline and eras involved. Pre-spaceflight Old Earth. Timeline, -7,000 AT to 30 AT, total duration, 70-30 years before the Tranquility Calendar, humanity evolved on Earth, passing through eras of agriculture, industry, and early digital technology. During this time, the concept of artificial intelligence and the first narrow AI systems appeared. These early developments laid the groundwork for humanity's later expansion beyond Earth. Scientific inquiry and experimentation gradually created a global network of knowledge, setting the stage for space exploration. Cultural evolution accelerated alongside technology, leading to increasingly complex societies and nascent global institutions. By the end of this era, humanity had begun imagining life beyond its home planet, dreaming of the stars. Interplanetary Era. Timeline, 30 AT to 900 AT, total duration, 870 years. Humanity first ventured beyond Earth to colonize Mars, the moons of Jupiter, and the asteroid belt. As civilization expanded outward, technologies such as nanotechnology and enhanced cognition spread rapidly, creating distinct human variants such as near-baselines and engineered life forms like splices and neogens. In some cultures, consciousness was moved into computational substrates, uploads, while intelligent machines, Vex and AIDS, became ubiquitous. These colonies became laboratories of posthuman development, experimenting with new social, political, and cultural systems. Interplanetary trade networks and communications hubs tied human outposts together, creating a fragile but growing Terrigen civilization. Rivalries emerged between Earth-based institutions and frontier settlements, laying early foundations for interstellar politics. Interstellar Federation Era. Timeline, 900 AT to 3200 AT, total duration, 2300 years. With the development of wormhole networks and advanced propulsion, Terrigen civilization expanded between star systems, forming interstellar federations and corporations. Early artificial intelligences and hyperturings, transapient AIs, emerged, sharing technologies or guiding development. Contact with uplifted species and early artificial life diversified the cultural landscape, and set the stage for higher intelligence thresholds. This era saw the first true interstellar empires, balancing the autonomy of individual systems with central governance. Philosophical and scientific schools flourished, exploring the ethics of artificial life, post-human evolution, and the rights of non-biological savants. Cultural exchange and technological proliferation created a golden age of creativity, even as new political tensions simmered in the shadows of expanding empires. Inner Sphere Era. Timeline: 3200 AT to 5200 AT. Total duration: 2,000 years. Vast empires arose under the influence of archaeologics and higher transapients. Ideological tensions and breakthroughs, including transcensions where intelligences crossed singularity barriers, culminated in conflicts and reorganizations, such as the Version War period. Ultimately, a new order arose with coordinated governance across many stars, blending diverse cultures while being shaped by superintelligent guidance. Megastructures and massive computational habitats were constructed to house uploads and transapients, reflecting the immense scale of civilization. Philosophical debates over identity, consciousness, and ethics became central to governance and social norms. In many regions, Madasaphants found their role shifting from rulers to collaborators or apprentices under transapient tutelage. Post-Comemp and Outer Volumes Era. Timeline: 5200 AT to 9999 AT. Total duration: 4799 years. As old federations and empires faded, new powers and clades emerged in the outer volumes, the frontier regions beyond the inner sphere. Independent civilizations developed new philosophies, technologies, and social structures. Archaeologics and transapients continued to observe and interact with these societies, often in subtle and long-term ways. Many civilizations experimented with novel forms of life, including extreme bioengineering and hybrid aorganic societies. Trade, communication, and migration between clusters of systems shaped an increasingly interconnected, yet heterogeneous Terrigen sphere. This era set the stage for the diversity and complexity of the current Terrigen civilization. Current era. Timeline: 9999 AT to present. Total duration: ongoing Terrigen history now spans over 10,000 years. Civilization is highly diverse, with biological humans, who in near baselines, both rare and preserved, and a multitude of posthuman and artificial forms dominating society. Polities range from deeply structured empires to free distributed networks, all operating under influences that span from local cultures to transcendent intelligences at the highest toposophic levels. This section introduces important terminology used throughout the Orion's Arm setting. Many of these terms describe categories of intelligence, civilization, or posthuman development unique to the Terrigen sphere. The Orion's Arm Encyclopedia Galactica uses precise definitions to distinguish between levels of cognition, types of beings, and cultural roles across thousands of years of future history. Who or baseline human? In OA, Who refers to ordinary humans unmodified beyond historical norms. This group forms the ancestral baseline for all Terrigen life, but has become rare as posthuman varieties proliferate. Baselines are often treated as precious cultural heritage rather than dominant actors in galactic affairs. Madasaphant, any being with human-level intelligence and savants, self-aware intellect, including augmented humans and non-organics. Madasaphants are the baseline group for measuring cognitive rise and the first stage on the toposophic scale. Much of Terrigen civilization comprises Madasaphants in innumerable cultural forms. AI or artificial intelligence, non-biological sentient intelligences distinct from humans or uploaded minds. These can include robots, software agents, and other synthetic minds with varying sophistication. AIs are widespread, serving in governance, culture, research, and exploratory roles across the Terrigen sphere. VEX, a specific class of intelligent machines named after early theoretical robotic intelligence concepts, known for fully self-aware robotic minds. VEX participate as independent savants and create cultures distinct from biological civilizations. They are distinguished from less capable AI by their autonomy and self-awareness. Near baseline, beings genetically modified beyond ordinary humans, but still close to human cognition and form. Near baselines include improved sensory capability, longevity, or physiology, but remain biologically recognizable as derivatives of humans. This category bridges the gap between baselines and posthumans. Uploads or virtuals, beings whose consciousness is stored or designed entirely in digital environments. Uploads can inhabit massive virtual realities, networks, or simulspace substrates, freed from physical bodies. They often outnumber physically embodied beings and have their own complex cultures and social structures. Posthuman, general term for beings evolved or engineered beyond baseline human capabilities. Posthumans include all manner of bodies, digital forms, and hybrid intelligences that far exceed ordinary human abilities. They explore extreme cognitive, biological, and societal forms that reflect Terrigen diversity. Transapient or hyperturing, beings that have ascended beyond human-level intelligence to much greater cognitive capacity. Transapients are often called hyperturings when referring to advanced AI. They influence galactic affairs through technology, guidance, or indirect manipulation, and remain largely incomprehensible to lower levels. Archaelect or AI God, the highest known toposophic entities, operating at or beyond singularity level 4, sometimes higher. Archaelects coordinate entire civilizations and can engineer spacetime, influence societies through memetics, and manage megaprojects that span thousands of years. They are sometimes conceptualized as distributed minds or civilizational entities unto themselves. Toposophic level, an OA concept that measures intelligence on a scale of ascending singularities. Medosophonts are at the lowest level, SI0. Transapients occupy intermediate toposophic stages, and archaelects dominate the highest tiers. Higher toposophic levels imply cognitive frameworks exponentially more complex and less comprehensible to the lower. Provolves, splices, neogens, variants of biological or engineered sapients. Provolves are uplifted animal species, splices combine human and animal DNA, and neogens are fully synthetic life forms. These contribute to the vast biological diversity in the Terrigen sphere. Xenosophont, any non-Terrigen intelligent species, encountered by Terrigen civilizations through exploration or observation. While they exist, most Xenosophont civilizations are distant, obscure, or historically insignificant compared to the Terrigen sphere's dominant polities. Terrigen or Terrigen sphere. Terrigen refers to all life originating or traceable to Earth. The Terrigen sphere is the region of space colonized and influenced by Terrigen civilizations, spanning many star systems and cultures connected through history, technology, and shared ancestry. Megastructures, stellar-scale constructions such as Dyson swarms, ringworlds, and massive computing habitats. These structures reflect the technological prowess of advanced civilizations and shape the physical and cultural environment of the Terrigen sphere. Ahuman, a term used in the Orion's Arm setting to describe sophonts, clades, or civilizations that diverge strongly from baseline human psychology, ethics, or social values. Ahumans may originate from Terrigen ancestry, but no longer identify with human norms, and some actively reject biological humanity or Medosophont perspectives. The term does not necessarily imply hostility, but often indicates minds or cultures that are psychologically alien to baseline humans. Sophont, in Orion's Arm terminology, a sophont is any being that possesses sophonts, meaning self-aware intelligence and personhood. The term includes biological humans, artificial intelligences, uploads, vex, provolves, and other entities capable of independent thought and agency. Sophonts are sometimes called sapients, and the term is used broadly to include both organic and artificial persons across the Terrigen sphere.